it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel, Find Joy in the Journey. I am out here in the Joy Garden on this beautiful October 1st morning. Fall is really here, you guys, and I can feel it in the air today. It is 70 degrees. Perfect weather for gardening, but I really can't get out here and do what I really want to do. I want to start working on those grow bags over there. You know, the grow bags where I cleared out all those pepper plants and the tomato plants? I really want to go and start removing the mulch and I reuse my mulch. I really want to go and work on that and clean the grow bags. I want to finish clearing up this area, but I have other things to do today. So I can't do it today, but it's all right. Or I may be able to do it later on this afternoon. But I have an appointment this morning, so I won't be able to work in the garden like I want to. But I'm going to go do my inspection, and I want to bring you guys along so you can look at the progress of some certain things that I have planted out in the garden. So let's see here. So these are the first cabbages that I planted out. And as you can see how nice and big they're getting, those little inner leaves are curling in to form the big head. The cabbage head, you have the outer leaves, and then you have those leaves in the middle. And mainly we eat that large cabbage head in the middle, but those outer leaves, they can be harvested and you can cook those too. So they're coming along, and I see very little insect damage, so I'm happy about that. Now, this is new. You see those two little tiny plants in the middle there? Those are brand new. I remember telling you that the only variety of cabbage I'm growing right now is the Cheers cabbage, but later on I will be planting out different varieties. And I also wanted to grow a red variety, so that is Ruby Perfection. I have two seedlings that I just planted out yesterday. So they're just starting. My broccoli over here, this is the first broccoli I planted out. This is Green Magic. You saw me in a prior video treating these with the borax spray. If you're interested in learning about that and the reason why I treated the plant with borax, if you know that borax can be used as a laundry detergent. But borax consists of the ingredients is boron, oxygen, and sodium. So boron is what I needed. So I needed a foliar spray that had boron because broccoli is a heavy user of boron. Broccoli and also cabbage, I learned. Broccoli and cabbage, cauliflower, plants like that. Lots of root vegetables are heavy users of boron. And when you have a boron deficiency, there are telltale signs that you can see in your plant. So to be proactive and treat it before there's an issue, I decided to start using a borax spray, which I've told you, borax has the ingredient boron in it. And you make a foliar spray and you spray it on the leaves. And you only have to do it at least 3 times. And like weeks in between. So every 14 days, every 10 days, you spray it with the foliar spray 3 times, and that's it. And this is the time to do it when it's in this stage. Okay? So I have been treating my broccoli plants with the borax spray. If you check out that video, I tell you how to mix it up and everything. But it's very simple and it's harmless. It is harmless. Okay, so that's my Green Magic broccoli. Over here, I have my mustard greens. I've harvested from these once, and as you can see, it's almost time to do another harvest. And also, I'm looking for insect activity. I see very little insect holes on the leaves. My second raised bed of mustards, these are actually Florida broadleaf mustards, and I always make that distinction because those mustards over there, it didn't necessarily say that they were Florida broadleaf mustards. And I wanted to make sure, excuse me, I wanted to make sure that I did actually plant out Florida broadleaf because I grow Florida broadleaf mustards every season. So that's what's in this raised bed here. And they're coming along, not close to harvest time just yet. I'd say in a few more weeks I'll have my first harvest off these. Still have my eggplants going. I harvested some eggplants yesterday, and I'm happy to say I had a visitor at the house, and she loves eggplants, and I was able to give her a bag of eggplants. You know how good that feels to share what you're growing with people. She has homegrown eggplants, so I hope they were good, and I hope she was able to enjoy those. Over here, I'm trying to do a quick video, you guys. Over here, I have peas and carrots in this bed. So I put up this little makeshift trellis so the peas can grow up this little plastic netting with the stakes. I may have to redo it and do something a little more sturdy, but for right now, that'll suffice. My carrots are in this bed. You may see some green onions kind of tossed around in there, and I put the green onions in there really just to deter pests. But of course, you know, this can be these little, you can cut those off and eat them. Watermelon down here. I don't know how much larger it's going to get, but I want to say that's a crimson sweet. You can see it. They're not like the little sugar babies. They don't stay small. A crimson sweet is supposed to be much bigger, larger than this. So I'm kind of waiting to see what happens. All right, I still have my squash over here. And haven't seen any new squash just yet. I harvested a bunch off of these. I want to say there's 3 plants over here. And it's been doing well. Okay. My lettuce and my collards are over there. I will be doing a second round of collards. So I planted out these collards first sometime in August. Had to take care of them and cover them in a canopy of shade cloth to make sure they didn't, that they survived the heat of August. And it worked. I was already able to harvest off these collards, but I had in mind that I will, as the temperatures drop, that I would plant more collards. So this is not the end of my collard journey. There will be more collards to come. Okay. So I just wanted to get started. I just get so excited and I just can't wait. That's lettuce right there. And it is big. I think it's beginning to bolt. Yeah. Look at that. You see that? So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this and, wash it up, bag it. This is a Paris Island cost. It's like a romaine variety. And like I said, it's beginning to bolt. So I'm going to remove this and I will grow more lettuce. I grow lettuce every season and I love it. I love it. Okay. Over in this bed, I had butter crunch lettuce. I harvested the majority of it. It's inside in the fridge. 2 plants were left. So that's what you see right there. But in this area, I will use this space to grow something else. Just haven't worked on it yet because I'm waiting. I'm waiting now for the temperatures to come down more before I plant out anything else. Over here, I have more broccoli. This is a different variety. This is Destiny broccoli. Okay, I have 4 plants spaced apart. And then over here, 2 cabbage. This is Cheers cabbage. Okay. At the end of the bed, that's another eggplant. Okay, that's actually one of my largest, I think, eggplants right there. All right, you guys. Quick, in a hurry. Here we go. Over here, more yellow straight neck squash. I harvested my first squash off this plant. It was so beautiful. So these squash plants were planted out way after the other ones over there. So, I mean, look how large they are. I need to start cutting back some of these leaves, but they're so beautiful. And they're also providing shade for my Chinese cabbage. I always say I'm only growing one variety of cabbage, but I feel like there's a difference. This is Chinese cabbage, and I use these in more Asian style dishes, more like stir fries, things like that. And the other cabbage is more like a good southern meal. You know, we like to cook our cabbage a different way. We put salt meats in there and turkey necks and all of that seasoned meats, and it's different than how you cook and eat Chinese cabbage. So that's why I make that distinction. But so you can say I'm growing two varieties of cabbage. I have my Chinese cabbage and my regular Cheers cabbage over there. I always like to point out that there's a cute little cucumber plant growing back here. That's a straight 8 cucumber plant. Let's hope it's getting enough sun. I don't know if it'll really have time to mature and start producing cucumbers, but it's okay. All right. Okay, let's see here. What else can I show you before I sign off? We can take a look at the citrus. Let's go. Here are two of my lemon trees right here. Look at that. I'm waiting. I'm wondering if is it getting enough sun? Because I see where there's new lemons coming. Look at that. I've even been you don't want too many. You don't want too larger clusters. So that was actually more than that, and I removed some of them. Because you want the lemons to have more room to grow. So there's plenty of new lemons, and then they have the ones that's been there a while, but they're not turning yellow. So I'm wondering, I actually did a little reading, maybe it's not in the shadow of my garden shed, maybe it's not getting enough sun. So I'm thinking, since I've cleared that area up over there where the peppers and the tomatoes were, maybe I should move these lemon trees over there with the other citrus trees so it can get enough sun. I believe that my shed is robbing these little trees of sun when it needs it. So that's a thought, and I'll see if that makes a difference, because I honestly believe these lemons have been on here a pretty long time, and I think they should be more yellow right now. So that's my citrus. Let's go over and look at the others. Okay, over here you see the area where I had my bell peppers and my tomatoes. So these grow bags, I'm going to rework these, remove the mulch. I reuse my mulch and see if that's the soil that's in these grow bags can be salvaged. If I can take them and just revitalize the soil. But a lot of these grow bags, some of them, I definitely don't need all of them. I grew a bunch of bell peppers. I had 15 bell pepper plants. Next season, I'm definitely downsizing. I'm thinking of, definitely I'm not growing 15. I think I should do one of each, one yellow, one red, one green, one orange, and call it a day. And just take good care of them, and they will give and give and give. When they're well maintained and pruned and fertilized, they will give and give. They were given up until the moment I basically uprooted them. So I don't think I need as many. I have a freezer full of bell peppers from this past season and then the season before that. I used a lot during the holidays, during my holiday cooking, and just my everyday cooking. I use bell peppers, onions, celery in almost every dish. So I do use a lot of it. And like I said in my other video, I haven't had to buy bell peppers from the store in months. I've been growing my own. That is fantastic. That's what it's all about, you guys. That is what all this is about. Growing your own food. So next season, I will not be growing as many bell peppers. I will downsize. And so I won't be using a lot of these grow bags. I'm going to clean them and store them. And I'll just leave a few out for a few little side items that I will be growing, like the potatoes. Oh, and my garlic. I'm considering using those larger grow bags like this one That looks like a 15. It is. That's a 15-gallon right there. I will be using like the 15-gallon grow bags for my my garlic. That's right. I'll be growing garlic, and guess what, y'all? October is when you need to start getting your garlic prepared to plant out. I normally wait till like mid-October. When I say prepare it, there's a certain thing you need to do. I do to prepare your garlic before you plant it. So when we get to that, I will share that with you. So over here, my citrus trees. This is the Louisiana sweet orange. The other one over there in that kind of teal colored pot, that's also a Louisiana sweet orange. It looks different from this one because I pruned the heck out of this one. I got rid of a lot of those unnecessary limbs. That's what pruning's all about. But right here in the middle, that's a improved Meyer lemon, and has lots of lemons on there. You know what? I bet you there's going to be a difference. When these mature, I have a feeling that they're getting just enough sun that they will turn yellow like they should. I only had one little yellow lemon, and I found that one by mistake over with the trees that are over there by the shed. I was out there gardening, and I saw this little yellow round thing on the ground, and that was a lemon. I did a video showing you my one lemon that fully matured and turned yellow. So I'm waiting for the other larger lemons over there to go ahead and ripen and turn yellow. Okay? But that's my citrus, and I'm seriously considering. They can stay in those containers. They can stay in the size container that they're in for 2 more years. 2 to 3, they said. And then you go to the final pot. Either that or in ground. But I'm thinking of leaving them in containers and just go up, size up to a larger container, and that will be their forever home. In the future, I am going to be growing apples. I want to get an apple tree and a peach tree. So I'm really getting into growing fruit and the citrus fruit also. So, all right, you guys. That's pretty much all I have to show you today. I just wanted to hop on and say hi. Didn't mean to do a long video. Just wanted to give you a update on what's going on in the Joy Garden, you guys. So I'm going to sign off now. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and happy gardening, y'all. Bye now.